Well, Trent, another tough result last week. How do you as a coach just try and keep these guys up every week when the results aren't going your way?
Yeah, it's certainly challenging. Obviously, we've had a bit of a bad trot, but look, they've been good. Obviously disappointed. We've had a long trip back from Townsville last week, but they've prepared well again. There's been a few changes to the side that hopefully will give us an injection of enthusiasm, I suppose. But they've been good again this week, and looking forward to playing.
You've worked with Jack Edgerton for a while at Penrith. He's come over here, and another suspension. How disappointing is that to see?
Yeah, I was disappointed more for Jack. It certainly wasn't intentional, and I think you'll see from from the times when Jack has got himself into trouble, it's certainly nothing. He's not a thug, Jack. He's he's a good player. He's got to tidy some things up, defensively, and he's just flung an arm out there and caught Valentine high, and he's extremely disappointed. We're going to miss him. He's been one of our better players.
Trent, are you surprised at how long it has taken this season to sort of get going? Were you imagining this at the end of last season?
Certainly. No, look, no one likes certainly losing games. That's been difficult, but we have had some challenges, obviously, and a fair few of them have been well documented. But we can't control a lot of the things that have gone on, but we can control the way we prepare and how we play on the weekend, and that's what we aim to do again this week.
Just quickly back on Jack, how are you working with him, and what type of things does he need to do with his technique to get those little errors out of his game?
Yeah, look, he's been really good. He's been squeaky clean up until this week. So I think anyone, look, he finds himself in a little bit of trouble with blokes with a little bit of late footwork, and that's what happened. And again, he's certainly wasn't a swinging arm. It wasn't intentional. He's flung his arm out and got wrong-footed. So a little bit of a technique thing there. And Jack's probably his own worst enemy at times. He just needs to slow down. But you'd like everyone else in the side with his intent and his enthusiasm. But unfortunately, it's got him into a bit of strife.
Trent, there are a couple of reports that you met with Brent Naden during the week. Can you tell us what that was about?
Yeah, he's a good mate of mine, Nato. So, I catch up with a few players every now and then. But so that was what that was about.
Is he someone you'd be looking to get over here at Belmont?
Yeah, possibly. We're the club's always on the lookout for good players, and Brent's off contract, so. He'd be one that our recruitment team could possibly look at. Yeah.
Is it a delicate balance going for players with a club that you've been at? How do you go about that?
No, not really. Brent's off contract, so he's free to do what he likes. But we've got a recruitment team here, and Peter Sharp's doing a really good job, and we'll keep working through that.
What do you like about him?
Yeah, he's a good player, Nato. He can score a try. And he's a kick target, and he's a good solid player. So I'm sure he'll force his way into that Penrith side pretty soon.
Is Kurt Capewell another one that you're looking after?
No, we haven't spoken to Kurt. We tend to get thrown up to about everybody at the moment, which is par for the course. But I haven't.
I think there's 15 blokes off contract here for next year. How do you go about trying to manage all that? It's part of the business, but to try and keep guys sort of mind on the job when a lot of futures are up in the air, how do you try and deal with all that speculation?
Yeah, look, it is what it is. I suppose the reality is that guys come off contract every year. We've just got a number of them off contract at once, but they'll certainly be given every opportunity to stay. But we need to be playing well, and that's our main focus. And that'll all take care of itself, particularly from an individual point of view. But my main focus as a coach is to improve us as a team. We need to. I thought we were in a position there to win that game last week against the Cowboys. I thought we were in a position to win the game against Brisbane. We're in a position to win the game against Newcastle. So there's probably 3 games there that I thought we could have won, and that's my main focus.
Do you see there's a real chance this week against the Sharks? They've had a rough few weeks. They've lost their coach. Halfback Chad Townsend going to Townsville. Is it a real chance for you guys to get that first win this week?
Yeah, look, every week's an opportunity, and we were good again okay in patches, I suppose. We probably played some of our best footy, with 12 men at the back end of that game in North Queensland, and could have snatched it at the death with a Kotrick try at the end, but wasn't to be. But this week, it's another opportunity to play well and get that first win.
Good. Thanks, Trent.
Thanks so much.